Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you. My name is Pastor Yemi Omogboyega, your very good friend. Thank you for patronizing our channel again. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. Kindly press the notification button so that you get to know when we upload new videos. And please subscribe to our channel. God bless you. I just want to talk on the topic, the generational curses and blessings. Generational curses and blessings. Now, just a moment, please. Sorry, the light is not that bright. Just one moment. Sorry for that short break. Yeah, I'm talking about attracting generational curses or blessings. Um, and the biblical base that I'm using is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 19. I pray for you and I that we shall not attract generational curses to our family. We shall not introduce it to our families. Rather, may we all attract, introduce, um, magnify, or sorry, magnetize generation blessings to our generations in Yahushua's name. Now, um, generational curses. I know many of our churches, what you hear is that you have generational curses. They don't talk about generational blessings. And the two of them are real. They are realities in human life. Even in the natural sphere of life, there is what you call the law of karma. That is, anything you do has repercussions. And there's also a biblical support for that, that what you sow is what you reap. And therefore, generational curses or blessings, they are real. And when we say they are real, they are truly, truly real. And I'm establishing that from the book of that Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19, which says, that was Joshua speaking there, say, I lay before you today blessings and curses, life or death. Life and death. You see, blessings and curses, life and death. And he went ahead to say, choose whichever you like, but I urge you, I plead with you to choose life. And that whatever you choose, if you choose life or death, if you choose blessings or curses, the effect of it will affect your future up to the fourth generation, that is your offsprings. So, in other words, every action or omission that we commit in this world have repercussions, and that repercussion can affect you as a person and your offsprings up to the fourth generation. And one thing about God is that God is telling you here the choice is yours. That but his own counsel to you is to choose life, choose blessings, and not death nor curses. Because any one of the two that you choose, they have repercussions. And that will mean that is what you sow. And your offsprings, not only you, but your offsprings up to the fourth generation, will um, profit or profit in quote from what you have done or failed to do. That is why we always urge everybody, be very wise in the choices you make in life. And once your decisions are right, it's not only you that will profit from it, but the generations after you. If your choices are wrong, it's not only you will profit from it in quote, but the generations after you. Let's just cite one or two examples. Life is in stages. Life is in stages. You have your birth, you have your growth, you have which is continuous. You have um, your knowing God. You have your um, education to pursue, the pursuit of knowledge. My Bible says, "My people perish from lack of knowledge, knowledge of me, you know, and of course, knowledge of things you ought to do to make your life better." And then you have marriage, no, that will have career that may follow your education, whereby you make money and gain material wealth. Then you have the choice to get married, and you have the choice also to have children, to become parents, and you have the choice to plan your life in such a way that you gather enough wealth that you don't suffer in your old age, and at the same time you have the choice. Of course, the only thing you don't have choice in is that you don't have choice as to whether you will die or not. That one is static, is standard for everybody. Now, all these stages, you have the choice to respond to them positively or negatively. And I give you the example. Even in your process of being given birth to, your parents have made the choice for you to live. And they will take good care of you so that, you know, you don't die prematurely. And at the same time, um, in the choice of knowing God, sorry, you may choose to live. When you are grown up, your parents will win you, and then you become of age, and at a stage you begin to move around. There are a lot of choices you will make. Crossing the road, you will be taught on how to cross the road safely, then and so on and so forth. But you've made the wrong choice, maybe accidentally or intentionally, and a vehicle knocks you down. That's the end of it. And then may we not die prematurely in Yehoshua's name. Not only that, if you choose to know God early in your life, which is the best of all choices, you will enjoy it even in your old age, and God will guide your footsteps, and you are unlikely to make a fundamental mistake that can ruin your life. Then, to go to school, it is your choice. You made a choice to remain in that school until you graduate, and then you graduate also to the point where you will be working. is a choice because many people made the choice of dropping off. And of course, this will also affect generations after them because if they don't have enough knowledge and exposure whereby they can fit into opportunities in the future and that will give them enough benefits like money, material things, and so on and so forth, it will affect everything about them in old age because I looked at it when I looked at the rate at which people are dying in Nigeria. An average expected life expectancy in Nigeria is now 56 years of age. And people are dying now, most especially at the age bracket of between 50 and 55. The greatest number of people that are dying, apart from those who died young, maybe as a result of accident or one unexpected occurrence or the other, those who really die in their majority, they are between the age of 50 and 55. You can now see, because this is the age that the body begins to experience changes, both in the males and the females. Females actually live a bit more longer than males, but females too are affected. They are not exempted from this early death syndrome. And what is the point? What is the cause then? Because at that age, those of them who did what they needed to do and did things in moderation, and they have savings towards their retirement age, which today is officially 60 years, you will discover that, they live longer because there will be bodily changes, there will be hormonal changes, there will be so many things. Then the organs in our system that have been working from age 0 to that age of about 55, you know that na body no be wood, they too will be getting with. That is why it is always recommended, honestly, if you have the means, you should start doing your medical checkup annually from the age of about 40 years. But before then, it could be 2 years. But by the time you are 40 years and above, you begin to check your various parts of the body so that if there are any ones that are going haywire, you can attend to them medically. And by the time you are now 50, you begin to make it, okay, annually, I said, that's fine. Assuming you even delay, by the time you are 50, begin to make it an annual event so that your systems will be checked. Many of the people that are buying at the age of 50, in the majority that we are talking in between 50 and 55, there are people that their body systems have had one issue or the other which they did not detect and which are treatable for the sake of elongating or prolonging their lives, but they are not doing so. By the time this thing will manifest, it will now come with such a speed that it may be too late. And then when they now check themselves that they cannot even fund, especially their health from that age, they will live in pains and aches and they will just die. May we not die prematurely. May we all fulfill our destinies in Yahushua's name. So, the choices that these people have made when they were young, you can imagine somebody who is an illiterate up to that age, did not go to school, did not gain good employment, so and doing menial jobs. You cannot do menial job to old age and still gather enough money to sustain yourself after about 55 years of age. You remember, in the good old days, the old days were good, today too is good. It may be good for us because I don't want to always say that yesterday is better than today. Today is supposed to be better than yesterday. Now, those of them who lived and up to the age of 55, if they were people that have planned and organized their lives and God really helped them, they know God, they took good care of themselves, And even from 40, they start taking medical care and they are attending to their medical situations and they have enough money to do all that. You will discover that. And like I said, people are retiring at the age of 55 for men and 50 for um, females. Not until again, because of people are not they are not making it and all that. Before 55, they started extending it. Some are even contemplating 70 years retirement age. But that one is neither here nor there. If you like, stay there till you are 100 years, you will still live. If you don't live, you will die. So everybody will go. So now, everybody who prepared their early in their early days for a better tomorrow, by the time they are 55, 56, they will be able to fund their medical situation. And they would have been treating themselves well, even up to that point medically. And feeding and everything, they will know what to do. And then, with the knowledge they have through education and so on and so forth, they will be able to know what to do and what not to do to that will improve their health. So you will now discover that those of them who dropped out of school, by the time they are 50 and above, they will begin to face challenges with their health, which is equal to everybody. But those of them will be able to maintain their lives will be in smaller proportion unless they have been lucky to have trained their children. But those who didn't train themselves and didn't have good plans for their lives and didn't train their children to even help them in old age, they will die early. May that not be our portion in Yehoshua's name. That is why it is very, very necessary for us to deliberately plan our lives. Apart from accidents these days, no and occasional terminal disease, and many of these terminal diseases are caused by ignorance, things we ought not to do that we are doing, and things we ought to do that we are not doing, like medical checkup. Then those who have overburdened themselves in their early age, maybe you have two, three wives, or even you have one wife, but you have too many children that training them became a serious problem for you, that at a stage you cannot feed well, and because of many other things you have to attend to in life, you compromise so many things. It will all come out, and then at the end of the day, if you don't take good care of your children, first generation, they cannot take good care of you. Even if you have second generation, if you don't train their parents well, they too, their parents too don't train them, it becomes like hereditary thing. You see that that family will never live even at poverty level. They will far be living below poverty level. And poverty sentences people to their early grave. So we need to be careful on what we do. If you know God, for instance, you know that you are planning for your heaven, heavenly journey. And if in this world you know God, of course, you will make heaven. If you don't, then you are a candidate for of hell. May that not be our portion in Yahushua's name. And like I said, if you have the choice to do whatever you want to do that will better your life and better the lives of your children's children. You know that Bible says that good parents, they have good legacies. They leave good legacies for their grandchildren, children's children, up to their children's children. You can see many people plan their lives today. They built their children up to the point that they can even extend support to their grandchildren. See, the third generation is already benefiting. And the Bible, I think, talks up to the fourth generation. So, how you want your tomorrow to be up to your fourth generation is a function of what you do today or fail to do. In the first place, if you take wrong decisions, your life may terminate abruptly and you may die poor and wretched. But if you plan your life deliberately, yes, you will die, but you will live to a full old age, bearing accidents and bearing any form of diseases like terminal disease. May that not be our portion in Yahushua's name. So all we need to do is to be very careful how we live, deliberately plan for our lives to succeed. I've looked at it. I mean, I discovered that those who plan their lives, honestly speaking, and make provision for tomorrow by training their children, by having great investments here and there, and by, you know, deliberately investing it also in their health, and by investing in other people, and by investing in things of God, doing the will of God, loving God with the whole of their hearts, and then loving their neighbors as themselves, they live longer. Bible says, I was young, now I'm old. I've not seen the children, I've not seen the righteous forsaken, nor their children beg for bread. Who is the righteous? The person that deliberately, he knows God, doing the will of God, and at the same time, he abstains from things that could destroy his life, like alcohol, like sexual escapades, like um, fraud, and some other things that are ungodly. And at the same time, they deliberately plan their lives in such a way that they have something to retire to at their old age. You know, those people, unless something like maybe a war, anything happens, or God forbid, accidents of whatever nature, or ill luck of whatever nature, may that not be, may all these ones never be our portion in Yahushua's name. And bearing all this, they live long and they fulfill their destinies. I pray for you and myself that we shall fulfill our destinies in Yahushua's name. Not only that, we shall leave good legacies for our children and children's children in Yahushua's name. So if you don't, you see, all these things that we are saying, curses, is not when somebody opens his mouth and curses you. No, 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 no. It is what you do can bring blessings or curses to your life. If you fail to improve yourself and plan for your tomorrow, you have already attracted curses. You didn't train your children, it's a curse. You didn't do everything that you needed to do to get ready for the better days ahead. You have already cursed yourself. You have blessed yourself if you are hardworking and you listen to the word of God and you are doing the will of God and you are doing what God asks you to do. You are already automatically blessed. So today, just like that book of Deuteronomy 30:19 says, I urge you, I plead with you, make those choices that will prolong, elongate, and bless your life and bless the generations after you. My name is Pastor Yemi Omogwega. God bless you. I think I've said something. Now remember to subscribe, to share, to press the comment, to pass your comments, to press the notification button. Don't wait until I keep posting to you one by one. If you just press that notification button, it will prompt you whenever we upload new videos. This is my second video today. So please, I have a lot that the Lord has deposited into me to bless you. Please make a choice and pass these messages across to your children, to your friends, to your enemies, to everybody, all the groups you belong to, so that they too can profit from this and for it to be well with them and well with the generations after them and well with our society in Yahushua's name. Bye.